So let's start by making the dough. First of all, let's pour the flour into a bowl big enough for you to knead. And then we can slowly add in the water. And you should put it in the middle, and then we start kneading it into a dough. Slowly add the water in, a bit at a time. Once it's nearly formed into the dough, you can start using your hands to knead the dough. If you're a bit dry, you can add a little bit more water, a little at a time. Okay, so the dough should be of a consistency where it's not too wet that it sticks to your hand, but also not so dry that it's flaking. So it should be of a consistency like this. That way you can divide a bit of dough. It doesn't stick to your hand, but it also doesn't flake. So I'm going to divide roughly around about 15 to 20 grams of dough. I'm going to flatten it out like this. And then if there's any extra dough, you can put out. And then I'm going to put some black sesame paste inside the middle, and then enclose the dough and pleat it in to make sure that none of the sesame paste is coming out, and making sure that all the ends are enclosed. And once you've pleated it all in, then you make it into a round shape. Okay, like this. And then in the plate, I've sprinkled some glutinous rice so that it doesn't stick to the plate. And then I'm going to lay it on the plate. You can also have a piece of wet cloth and cover it on top so that it doesn't dry out. But I find sometimes when you do that the dough sticks together, so I don't usually do that. But if you're gonna make loads of glutinous rice balls, then you might want to have a wet cloth on top to keep it moist. So you keep on doing this until you finish all the dough off. Ta-da! And that's the last one. There you go. And then we're going to boil it for 5 minutes until it starts floating at the top, and then we can switch it off. So it's been 5 minutes, and as you can see they're starting to float up, so they're ready. Then I'm going to have a separate bowl and put in some cool water. And I'm going to transfer them into the cool water. This is a tip my grandma gave me. It's just to make the glutinous rice balls more gooey. So for my glutinous rice balls, I'm going to make more of a healthy soup. We've got Yuan pulp, and then we've got 3 pieces of ginger, 5 red dates. Both red dates are good for producing blood, so this is going to be a healthier option. I've got some water, enough for 3, and then I'm going to first add in the ginger. Then I'm going to add in the red dates. And then the Yuan pulp. So we're going to let that boil for a while for the taste to come out. You can add a bit of sugar to your own preference. We're going to keep this healthy, so we're just going to leave the natural sugars of the longan pulp to give it the flavour. And now we're going to boil that for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes and now I can put the glutinous rice balls into the soup. Keeping it at a high heat so that it doesn't stick to the pan. And then I'm just going to let it boil for 3 to 5 minutes until the glutinous rice balls heats up. So it's been 5 minutes and they've all heated up, and now I'm going to serve it into a bowl.